guys, today we are playing some more Planet Coaster, and this time I want to try to make a awesome wooden roller coaster, and that is what I do. So we're gonna hit play. So today I want to make the wooden roller coaster, and I want it to be like an introduction to the new land we're gonna be making, which is a child-friendly land, and I'm getting inspiration of it based off this one theme park called Delawarean in a place called Wildwood Grove. But another thing I want to do today is I want to finish the exit and everything in the Monster Mile so I can finally get people to ride it and enjoy it. So we're loading into our park, and we're back at our old section that we just did last episode, and I'm really proud of it. Like, it looks beautiful. So how we're heading over to Monster Mile, I'm just getting the color fixed. And then this is the queue line. I have not showed you guys the queue line, but now we are like making a layout for the path of exiting. And at first I want to try to go down for a slope, but then I realized that doesn't make sense because it would and it's hard to build walls around slopes in this game. So then I just decided, alright, I'm just going to build out to here and then draw a staircase down, which is what I do. I go right there. You get really close to the fire, but it's a game. So then I try to make it to where the exit ends up out here, but then that just does not make sense. So I'm like, alright, I'm just going to have to go over here. And then I try to do it again, but then I decide, let's just cut back into the this building, and then I'm gonna have like a pathway all the way out like this. And then it's gonna end up by the monster's foot, and then I'm just gonna have it go all the way out through until I see an opening in those poplar tree designs, and I just have it go right there. So then it ends right at that. So that's a pretty good exit. It's not anything like scenic, but gets the job done. So now I just want to put the walls so people can't see this, because my theory and idea is when you're building stuff in Planet Coaster and you want to make it look very scenic, all you have to do is make it look realistic, and the realism in this game is really just making it what the guests see. Like, I could have something really ugly but behind the scenes, but what the guests see is something amazing. So yeah, that's what I usually do with my queues, because when you go in the queue for Monster Mile, you see a pit stop, you see locker rooms, you see some really, like, a mechanic shed. It's really cool. But when you actually go, when you look through it, it kind of looks like this, what I'm doing right now. It's a good idea, and it adds more realism to the game, because even in real life, people actually don't, behind the scenes, even at places like Disney, which is one of the most themed areas and theme parks in the world, they, behind the scenes, just have these warehouse buildings and stuff, but they make it look like you're in a magical place, which is it's just really cool. So I'm moving this tree because people were hitting their heads, and that's not a good idea. So then I'm trying to fix these walls again. Like I said, make it look realistic. And then put another wall there, because we don't, so now I have this little open way, which is where the guests come out first when they get off the ride. So now I'm adding a ceiling to it, because without a ceiling, it's the same exact thing. You're not actually in a nice spot. You're just in a spot. And I was trying to get this one here right now, but it's really finicky. It's hard to control. But even though the controls in this game are absolutely amazing. So now I'm lifting the ceiling up to just put the ceiling over, and then now now it looks nice. So then I'm just opening this up because I want to try to work on the exit downstairs, underneath on a non-elevated level. And I just put the wall like this, so you can't really see the grass and know that you're actually just outside. But I just keep putting the walls down, And then I kept wondering why the supports for the roller coaster were getting inside the building, but then I realized, well, I guess that's just something with the game, and you can't really fix that, which is okay. So I can't do anything about that. But then now I'm adding this shape I found, and I've turned it black, and it looks like it's part of the path. It's not that good, but it works, so it can block the grass so people cannot see it. So from a guest perspective, it just looks like a bad done path. But in reality, that's really grass, but I put something above it. So yeah, I'm doing the ceiling again, same thing. It looks the same. I use the same ceiling, so it like just feels like a hallway you're going through, and yeah. So now I'm going outside, and I want to make sure that the guests, like, I'm just showing you what it looks like when you're a guest. See, it's like not that good when that one hallway, but it's okay. So now I'm getting rid of these leaves because I don't want that people to hit their heads or walk into leaves or some sort of plant they're not supposed to walk into. So then I'm trying to think, where should I put this new roller coaster? How's this gonna work? And then I realized, I was like, okay, I know where I'm gonna put it. I think I'm gonna put it on the top hill in the right corner, which you can see like right there. That's pretty much where I put it. So it looks really cool. Yeah, right back here. This is where I build the station, and just like that. And then now I'm working on the chain lift. So here we go. And then I was like, wow, that's too high, because I want this again to be like a kiddie coaster. But then I get a little out of hand at the end. You'll see that. So then I have it go down a little narrow drop, just a little like pre-drop. It's a nice thing. Turn past this tree, and then I wanted to have a normal drop, not like a curved drop for the first drop, because it's again, like I said, kiddie. That's what the idea of this theme. And I wanted to go for a double up straight away while I was building it, and I did. And it actually does end up in the last build of this, like ending build. So then I wanted to do a turnaround, because again, this roller coaster cannot be too big, because I don't want it to be more intimidating than the Monster Mile, because that's the main intimidating roller coaster in the Delaware Frontier part. So now I'm just like working it through the roller coaster itself and building through these trees and past them and around them, but I have to delete them in the end, and I do. So then I see, okay, the roller coaster gets that much speed, so let's just keep going up and down, just like a normal roller coaster. So now I see I want to have another section, so I actually decide this is going to be a roller coaster with 2 lifts. So right here, because I was like, well, I want to do a double down too if this roller coaster has a double up, which you might not know. But I just realized I can't make it up there, so I just added a chain lift, and there we go. So now it has this kind of drop, which is the classic drop on a GCI Woodie, even for kids. So I just have it like that, and I obviously have to make it smooth because building in this game is kind of hard. So then I tried to go for the double down right here, but it kind of messed up, so it's like really yanky, and I had to smoothen that out too. So then I go up here, and I'm like, okay, this is getting really long. Let's end it. But then I remembered, well, this is kind of like Delawarean, so I want to go for something like the quad down on, what's it called? Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod has a special element at the end of the roller coaster called the quad down, where it does like 10 airtime hills in a row, and it's crazy. So I wanted to try to do something like that. But right here, I was just trying to make it like really airtime, because I forgot that this is really a little kid roller coaster. I shouldn't be focusing on airtime, but in that moment, I was just like, my roller coaster instincts kicked in, and I just wanted to make more. So now I'm going for the quad down, and it looks like horrible. It looks so deadly, but again, at the end, it looks nice. So then it goes up, does the double down, and then I realized, wow, this is just too aggressive for little kids and probably anybody, because if you didn't see it, it was getting yanked down. Like the back section was getting absolutely yanked. So now I'm just going for the quad down. It's actually very hard. I didn't get to do 10 or anything like that, but I just got inspiration from this. So I'm trying to make it smaller so it gives more air time. And it does, it works, but again, it's more yanky and jerky. And I don't, even though it's a wooden roller coaster, I don't want that. So now I'm leveling it out to try to make it down to the bottom of the hill so the roller coaster can end soon. So there's that. That's the whole quad down. And then I go up, and then I wanted to make a break section right here, but then I was like, well, as you can see, well, you can't really see because it's going too fast, but the train is way too fast, so I just realized, well, I can't end it here. I have to try to have something that will slow the speed of the train down. So then right now, I'm building around in a helix to slow the train down, because friction will eventually cause the train to slow down, which happens. And then I made it way too high, because at that point it's just like a whole lift hill. Like, it's a huge drop now. So I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm getting tired of this. I just want to end this. So I try to have I started clearing some of the trees because it was getting annoying. But I started to try to make a break section right here, but it didn't really work. So then I realized, well, it looks like they're the same height even though they're not. So I tried to just have it like that. So then I was like, okay, this is the final thing. And that's what I thought was going to be the final thing until I realized the train goes way too fast and also loses too much speed at the end. As you can see here. It looks normal, but trust me, it's gonna go crazy. So it goes fine here. This is normal. The double up was kind of jerky, but that's okay. So now we're at the other section, and you're gonna see what happens at the double down. And the quad down is just a mess. It's so bad. So there we go. That's okay. That's not that bad. So now it gets back to the station. Anyway, while this roller coaster, and I'm failing to try to make a good roller coaster for a while, I was just going to take a moment to say, how is everyone's day? How's it going? Thank you for watching this video if you're watching. Like, again, it makes me so happy to know that people watch my videos and watch my failures and successes and things I do. So right now I'm just trying to smooth it, but for real, thank you for watching this. And also, in the comments, let me know, what was your favorite part of this video, and if you watched this far, type in the comments, double down, so I know that you watched this far, and I'll just make my day. It will make me so happy. So now I'm just smoothing out this double down because it's looking really weird. And then I want to smooth out the drop because it's very, very jerky. So there's that. And then the helix is a whole mess. So everything seems good now. And I decided, let's put up the friction multiplier. The problem was, it makes it too frictiony, so it does not pass the helix as you're about to see. So it's not good. And I know I have this on the time lapse, so you guys can't like see it too well, and it might hurt your eyes. I'm sorry about that, but don't worry. At the end of the episode, I'm gonna have a slowed down version of this roller coaster so you can see what it looks like truly, because it is a really fun ride if you do experience it, even though, again, has the quad down, which is very aggressive and not for kids, but oh well. It's a game. I can't be perfect. I'm going to make mistakes, and I do. As you can see, I'm fixing one of my mistakes right now, as I thought, but so my thought process was, okay, it can't make it up there because it's so high and it has that much friction, so maybe if I try to lower it, it will be fine, right? Well, that doesn't work, so then I have to lower the whole thing, and that barely worked. It did help a lot, but it still didn't make it up. So now I'm just testing it to see if it makes it up, and it does not. It does make it up, but the problem is these brakes, since it has friction, are too strong, so it could not make it to the drive tires, which brought it into the station. So then, I had to like improvise and try to get this friction down, because the friction was one of the problems. So I'm trying to see what happens when I turn the friction down, and it actually it worked this time. So then what I do is I just fix it and get rid of the brakes and put drive tires in. But anyway, that's all for this episode. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching.